Politically, even in the sports world, it can be difficult to deal with people who have a differing opinion from yours, right? Maybe you keep putting off dinner with your best friend because you just don't want to talk to her husband about politics, or you skipped watching the Super Bowl with your neighbor because you completely disagree that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. Well, our next guest is here to offer us some advice on how to accept other people's opinions. And joining us is communications expert Michelle Rozen. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is so topical because it seems that we can't agree on anything these days. At least that's what it seems like.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I think what we're seeing is a more extreme form of something that already exists.
Right.
And what we're seeing is that people are having a very hard time accepting other people's. We see it in the political field, accepting other people's political opinions, but we see it also at home within families, between spouses, at work, where we sort of perceive the way we see things to be the ultimate truth, and now we just want to work out how to convince the other person that we're just and right, not always listening to what they have in mind, and that there may be something into what they're saying too.
Exactly, and I've said before, you know, how do we return back to a time of civility where I can disagree with you, but you know, we can still be friends or make it work. You've offered some tips on how we can at least begin getting on this path. Yeah. What's the main thing when it comes to communicating your differences with someone else?
I think the most important thing is to understand that none of us hold the ultimate truth. And so if I understand that I don't hold the ultimate truth, and that there may be some things in what I'm saying that are just and right in my mind, and some things also into what you're saying that I can enrich my vision from, I'll be more open into your perception, because the reality, what happens in reality, is not the ultimate my side or your side, I'm right and you're wrong. It's something else. It's a combination of both.
So instead of saying you're wrong, do I say I understand where you're coming from, but is that an example? I mean, I'm not sure if that's what you'd suggest.
Absolutely. I think to listen, to truly listen to what the other person is saying, to respect our differences, to embrace our differences, to understand there are differences is what makes us who we are. That diversity is something to embrace and something to enrich ourselves from, to learn from, to grow from. So it's a shame that, you know, in some situations people are so far off that they don't listen.
So when you're in such an environment that is so charged and you're ready, you feel the tension. What, is there any one thing you could do right away to at least maybe even quell things just a bit to even begin this dialogue?
Respect. Respect.
Isn't that novel? Yes.
I think just to respect the differences, to respect the fact that none of us hold, like I said, the ultimate truth, to respect the fact that our differences is what makes us special, better. We need to take better decisions for the common good, and I think that the place to start is at home, at work, and from there to go to our country.
Because I was going to say in the last 30 seconds, how much gut checking do you have to do to realize, you know, hey, your stuff might stink too?
A lot. Definitely a lot.
Yeah, because I think sometimes maybe we project and say the other people's wrong when we may need to do some inventory of our own, right? Self-inventory.
Yes, it's hard to accept. I mean, we want to think that we're
always right.
Always right, and you know, the truth is on our side, but we really earn a lot from embracing other opinions and getting off that stance just a little bit.
So simple, but so hard. It seems.
So challenging.
Well, people can definitely begin on that path by talking to you. And how can they get a hold of you or learn more from your tips?
Always on my website, drmichellerozen.com. All the information is there.
I have a feeling you're going to be very busy for a long time.